Hey, this is Stefan coming at you from the roof of the Monkey Nap Hostel in central Bangkok. Been here for a couple of weeks now, and I'm liking it very much. And I've learned a few things, made a few videos, and what I want to do today is give you 7 top tips on surviving in Bangkok and having a good time on not a whole lot of cash. And let me tell you now, it's hot today, hot every day here. And we got the big water festival coming up next week, so everybody's going to be primed and ready for that. Everybody buys a water gun and has a good old time, and I'm sure all the hostels and the hotels will be full for that festival. Looking forward to that. But in Bangkok, they drive on the other side of the road from the way it is in America and in Europe. The driver is on the other side of the car, and they're driving on the left, and so you got to watch out just the same way that you do in London. If you're in central London, you go across the street, and there's signs on the pavement that say "Look right," because a lot of American tourists, they die looking left, crossing the street, and getting hit by a car. That's the same way it is here. You got to look right whenever you cross the street, or whenever you're looking out for motorcycles, stuff like that. You always got to look out for motorcycles because they're everywhere. They'll come up on you really fast. So look right, okay? And if you're going to cross the street, it's a good idea, if you can, to cross with someone. A Thai person. You've got to kind of cross as a team, because the concept being that if you're going to hit me, you're going to hit this other guy too. So, you can find the right way to do it, and I've done it several times and, have been thanked for it, because it's safer that way. A lot of people spend a lot of money on water here. You can get like a 1.5-liter bottle of water for something like 15 baht. And so if you get 4 of those, that's 6 liters of water. But the thing is, and the other thing is that people don't like to, waste all that plastic. They're always buying water every day. They're having to drink a couple of liters of water every day. They don't like that waste in that plastic. So what you do is you wherever you're staying, you got to find one of these water machines dispenses clean water, filtered water, and it's 1 baht for each liter. So you're saving a bunch of money. Over time, you can save some dollars doing that. So find that clean water dispenser thing. That's what the Thais use. That's how they get their water. And so you shouldn't have to pay 15 baht for a bottle of water. And plus you're using only 1 bottle for a long time. I've been doing it here for the last couple of weeks, and it's very nice, very nice. Now I was thinking about how much it costs to eat here. And you can go to some nice steak restaurant and spend $50 on a nice steak. But the way the Thais do it, of course, they're going to spend 40-50 baht on a meal. So when you're here, on a budget, and you're trying to figure out how much money you're going to spend, you got to find some little restaurant that has a meal for like 50 baht. And you can gauge all of your costs on, multiples of that 50 baht. So if you're going to, buy a cup of coffee for 60 baht, at Starbucks or something like that, well, that can be a meal and a half, or a meal and a snack, something like that. So you got to be careful about your cash, or you're going to be spending it like an American, stupid, and buying stuff that it's not going to get you anything just because you're used to having a Starbucks or something like that. You can get a nice coffee at 7-Eleven for 14 baht. So and what else? Let's see. Beer prices. Oh man, the beer has gone up so much around here over the last year or so, and the bottles have gotten smaller. So the beer prices stayed the same for a while, but the bottle got smaller, and then the beer prices went up, so it's even worse. So if you go to some place like the Saxophone Club where they got live music, you're going to spend 140 baht for a beer. And if you go to 7-Eleven, you're going to get a big old beer for the same beer would be something like 30 baht. You get a big beer for 53 baht. Now my favorite though is that Siam Sato. It's like a rice drink. It's only 33 baht. It's got 8% alcohol, tasty, sweet. If you're not a beer drinker, that's the thing to get, because it goes down smooth, and you can have a good time in an evening with that Siam Sato. I think you can only get it in 7-Eleven though, but it's real nice. It's my go-to thing every day. You want someplace to eat that's really cool, and thousands of people do it every day, cheap. You got to go to Terminal 21 at ASOC Metro. Terminal 21 is this really cool mall that's set up like an airplane or a terminal, air terminal, and every floor represents a different country. And on the 6th floor, they represent America, and they do it with San Francisco. So on the San Francisco floor, they have the food court, and you can you get a card. You can pay 100 baht or 200 baht, and you get a card, and the 200 or 100 baht is on that card, and then you go to these like 15 food stations, and you can eat your face off. And if there's any money left over, then you go back to the cashier, and she'll give you whatever the remaining money is, or she'll say, oh, you owe us 15 baht, something like that. Great place to go to just eat your face off. Great smoothies, desserts, Thai food, unbelievable. Very nicely done. If you don't trust the the food stalls on the street, you can get good food on the street, and I've never gotten sick from food on the street. I'm relatively careful, of course, but I don't eat like bugs or meat that I can't identify or something like that. But generally speaking, the food's pretty safe here. I've spoken to some friends, and no one's ever gotten really sick from eating the food. And the last thing is talking about alcohol, is that they have some very interesting rules about alcohol here. You can't buy any beer or wine or anything like that before 11 in the morning. And then you can only buy it from 11 until 2 in the afternoon. Then they stop selling it. They start selling it again at 5, and it goes on to midnight. It's very strange. So before 11 and between 2 and 5 in the afternoon, you can't grab a beer at the shops. And I don't know where that rule came from, but that's the way it is here. A little strange little rule about alcohol. So there's 7 top tips on how to survive here in Bangkok, and thanks for checking out this YouTube channel. I would love for you to subscribe and tell me how you think about things. And it's great to hear your comments, and it's great to get your support. So we're going to keep this thing up, because I'm going to be in Bangkok quite a bit, and I'm sure I'll have a few things to say, and I appreciate you stopping by and listening. All right? Sawadee Kap!